When it comes to ramen, I think a lot of you will probably think of chicken broth ramen or tonkotsu broth ramen, but in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a ramen without those animal bone broth. It's called Niboshi ramen, dried sardine broth ramen. Dried sardines, in Japanese we call them Niboshi, very traditional ingredients for Japanese cuisine, and we use them to make, for example, stocks for miso soup, udon noodle soup, and various hot pot dishes and so on. And for those who have never seen Niboshi, this is the one. It's a small sardine that has been boiled and dried. And recently, the ramen made with dried sardine broth has been very popular in Japan, as it obviously conveys a healthier image, and also the rich and strong umami of dried sardines is so addicting. Well, that being said, Niboshi ramen is not a new kind of ramen at all. It's actually a traditional local ramen from Aomori, which is one of the northern prefectures of Japan. In Aomori, they use Niboshi much more frequently in cooking than in other parts of Japan, and that's why they came up with this idea of making ramen with Niboshi stock. But it was only discovered and became popular throughout Japan in the last couple of years. And since the main purpose of this channel is to introduce regional dishes around Japan, I'd like to take this opportunity to show you how to make this beautiful Niboshi ramen from Aomori Prefecture today. I imagine this part is of your biggest interest. I'm going to show you how to make the stock first. And here's what we need. 200 grams of large Niboshi, 100 grams of small Niboshi, 10 grams of atsukezuri, which is thick katsuobushi. You can replace it with normal katsuobushi if you don't have access to it. 10 grams of dried kombu, which is dried kelp, 10 grams of dried shiitake mushrooms, 2 cloves of garlic, and finally 20 grams of green onion. Now place all the ingredients for the broth in a large pot and pour 3 liters of water. The reason why I use 2 different sizes of Niboshi is that they have different flavor profiles. While small sardines give refined umami to the broth, large ones provide a strong body. And in combination with the other umami elements, they create a pleasantly light and flavorful Niboshi broth. Turn on the heat to medium and wait until impurity rises on top. Now once you start to see the foam, skim it off as much as possible. After that, turn down the heat to the lowest and simmer for 1 hour. Okay, in the meantime, we're gonna make aromatic oil, and for that we use Niboshi as well. And for this, we need 15 grams of Niboshi, 150 grams of lard, 5 grams of green onion, and 5 grams of fresh ginger. Place the ingredients in a saucepan and cook them for about 10 minutes on the lowest heat. Make sure not to burn them. Once it looks like this, it's ready. Now remove the aromatics and the Niboshi. Remember to keep the crunchy fish, because we're going to use them for toppings. Now here's our Niboshi infused aromatic oil, which goes really well with Niboshi broth. As far as the toppings are concerned, I'd like to keep it simple and traditional, and here's what we're going to need. Here I've got some nitamago, charshu, green onion, Naruto fish cake, mema bamboo shoot, and the crunchy fish from flavor oil making. Now roughly chop the green onion. The tip here is not to make it too thin, because I'd like to keep the crunchiness and the refreshing aroma of it. Now this should be alright. Slice as much Naruto as you like. If you don't have it, you can just leave it out. Slice CHARSHU pork, again as much as you like. Check out my video on CHARSHU pork version 2 to learn how to make it. Now the Niboshi broth is ready, so let's have a look. Now guys, look at this beautiful golden broth. This is literally like pure umami juice. Okay, as far as the noodles are concerned, flat ramen noodles are the best for this recipe. The flavor of Niboshi broth is rather on the delicate side, so it pairs best with noodles that absorb a lot of broth without being too thick or overpowering. And my answer to this is flat noodles, and I'm going to use these flat noodles that I bought from the store yesterday. But if you don't have access to flat noodles, I recommend using medium thin noodles. Okay, just give them a rub to make them wrinkly. This way they will pick up even more broth. Okay, finally I'm going to show you how to assemble this bowl of ramen. Now we've got a pot of boiling water. Now the ramen noodles go in, and we're going to cook for about 1.5 minutes, which is 1 minute shorter than instructed on the package. Now pour 2.5 tablespoons of shoyu-tare in a bowl. To learn the recipe, watch my shoyu-tare video. Add 2 tablespoons of the aromatic oil. Then pour 360 ml of the Niboshi broth. The noodles are just ready, so put them in and lay out beautifully. Finally, the toppings go on top. And that's how to make a bowl of Niboshi ramen. Enjoy slurping on it, guys. Alright, that's it for this video. If you liked my recipe, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you later.